The 16 Myers-Briggs personalities. Which is weakest? Which is most powerful? Who are the Thanoses of MBTI? And who are the William Henry Harrisons, who was the president of the United States for only 30 days, widely regarded as one of the weakest presidents? Because he was sick the whole time. He was physically ill. It's not a joke. It happened. Who do you think is going to be most powerful? Who? Your shoe? Okay, so to begin with, here is our basic ranking. At the bottom, we have cream puff. Couldn't guess, that's the weakest one. In the middle, we have mid, because it's in the middle. And then at the top, we have gosh. First type we'll be ranking is the ISFJ, also known as the defender. Stereotypically, this type's superpower is being loyal. Not necessarily known for being aggressive or a boss kind of type. ISFJ, perfectly mid, but these rankings, as always, are subject to change.
But the rankings can always change.
Next up, we have the ESTP, also known as the entrepreneur. This type is really good at being spontaneous, at going with the flow, at not being ruffled by constantly shifting situations. This does make them a bit powerful, but they're not the most powerful because they often like to go off by themselves, which can leave them vulnerable. We're gonna put them right here. Next up, we have the INFJ, the advocate. INFJ's superpower is the ability to understand other people and their motivations so well that they can kind of predict what other people are going to do much easier than other types. That does make them very powerful in one way, but in the other side of it is INFJs a lot of times they just don't want to be bothered. They don't want to get involved. They don't want to get into the nitty gritty. So I don't know. I mean, this is a good question. Is the power theoretical or is it practical? We're going to put them in a tie with the ESTP. And yes, we will have some tiebreakers later. So you can't stop watching now, and you can't skip forward either. That's not possible on YouTube.com. The ESFJ, also known as the consul, their superpower is making other people feel good with desserts. That's very powerful to be able to affect other people's emotions like that, especially a group of people. Now, certainly ESFJs have strong personalities, but they're not like the people directing everyone else to do stuff so that we can accomplish a goal. Unless that goal is frosting a cake. So we're gonna put this type just a little bit lower than mid. INTPs, the logician. A lot of times they just like to do their own thing and, you know, like read a book and do a chemistry set kind of thing. But when you do see an INTP who goes after what they want, the power is undeniable. It can be scary. A lot of times they're working behind the scenes and doing things very powerfully that no one even recognizes. So perhaps they should go up a bit higher than you might expect. Zoom in. Than you might expect. The ENTJ is also known as the commander. It's kind of a giveaway at how powerful this type tends to be. They tell other people what needs to get done. You do it. Get it done. We're gonna put them on the gosh level. The ENTP, also known as the debater, is up next. Now, here's the thing about ENTPs. Their superpower is debating. Stereotypically, basically what it is they understand a lot of the abstract ideas and stuff behind things. They're just constantly pointing out ways in which people are incorrect. So they do have some power. They're able to stop a conversation dead in its tracks by saying, well, actually, but it's maybe not the most powerful because people might not actually listen to what they have to say. We're going to put them below the ESFJ. That just makes the most sense to me. INFP's superpower is crying. No, I'm kidding. Or am I? Their superpower is being very committed to their values and being able to follow their heart. But seriously, folks, they do like to cry a lot, so we're gonna put them at the bottom for now. The ENFJ, aka the protagonist, is up next. ENFJs are sort of like the INFP in that they make decisions based on values, but it's different because they're really looking at what does everyone else value. Let's all get together as a group and let's go after that thing that we all care about. Let's make it happen. Wow. Pretty powerful stuff. I think they're pretty powerful. The ISFP is also known as the adventurer. Their superpower is also, like the INFP, following their heart, but they tend to manifest it in very real-world ways, like art. Ooh la la. And while they're making their art and stuff, like the INFP, they do like to, cry a little bit. So we're gonna put them down here. Guys, it's just a YouTube video. You don't need to cry about it. Okay, if I move you up a little bit, will you stop crying? Okay. I'm sorry. I just have to don't worry about it. If I move you guys up here, how's that? Is that better? Oh, you want to, okay. You can be equal. There you go. ESFPs are known as the entertainer. They love to be in the spotlight. You always know when they've walked into a room. They can exert some influence that other types might not have. Wow, powerful stuff. The drawback, though, is that ESFPs a lot of times have this influence on other people, but they don't necessarily realize they're doing it or have any intent to do it. So it's like they're powerful, but they don't realize it. Let's put them here. INTJs, also known as the architect, are... I think we all know they're pretty powerful. Do we even need to explain why? They always have some kind of plan in place. While everyone else is, having a good time and enjoying life, they're thinking and planning. The ISTJ, also known as the logistician. Their superpower is having a routine, but also doing things that are effective and efficient. Without the ISTJ, the world would literally stop functioning. You think you're gonna have toilet water without an ISTJ? What am I talking about? And that's powerful in kind of a sneaky way. It's like, hey, I could just stop working tomorrow, and then you guys would be in a bad situation. Although the thing is, everyone knows the ISTJs are not going to stop working because they like to work. I'm putting them up here in a tie with the ENFJ for being pretty powerful. The ESTJ is known as the executive. And this is a giveaway, people. This is a slam dunk. They're good at telling people what to do, just like the ENTJ who's up at the top. ESTJ is more like, do this way, do it now, get it done.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Whatcha? Next up, we have the ENFP, also known as the campaigner. They're the kind of people who are just going to be like,
I don't care about power. Power is for losers.
Because their superpower is really exploration of new ideas and stuff, which means that when they see an old idea like power, they're like, what does that even mean? Unique perspectives like that can make them very powerful. So I think it would be fair to kind of put them somewhere like here. I can't move you up the scale, all right? Okay, don't let the other types know. Is that good? Okay, here we go. ISTPs are known as the virtuoso. Their superpower is being able to quickly understand the world around them. It's like if you throw an ISTP into a plane and they don't know anything, they'll probably figure out how to fly the plane. I don't feel like ISTPs are usually that interested in power. I think that puts them squarely here. Boom. Come a little bit closer for this part, okay? Guys, come on. Stop crying. Stop. They don't think they should be mid. They find that word offensive. I'm going to move you up just a little bit, but you're still going to be in a tie. That's just how things go. So for our first tiebreaker here between ESFP, ISFP, and INFP, if we were on a level of Super Mario, in what order would you think these would be difficult enemies to defeat? I feel like the two sensing types, they're going to be the ones that I am more worried about because sensing types, especially SP types, are very good at maneuvering the physical world, whereas INFPs are stereotypically clumsy. All right, please stop crying. So then between these two types, what would be the more difficult opponent to go against? I gotta say, it's probably the ESFP, because the ISFP is gonna have some kind of like quirky thing they do, like, oh, he plays a flute when he's going by you. The ESFP is gonna be the one who's just like, I'm gonna karate chop you. That's a little bit more powerful. Please stop crying. This is getting embarrassing. Okay, so just ignore that last part because they don't want to be, they don't want to lose. Sorry. Our next tiebreaker is ESTP versus INFJ. Let's think about who in a business setting could more easily, more quickly become powerful. The ESTP might seem to have the obvious advantage here. They're usually stereotypically into business stuff. The INFJ, not as much. But here's the thing. I think that when an INFJ gets into a business setting, they can be a real force to be reckoned with. So shocker, I think the INFJ edges out the ESTP. Okay, INFP and ISFP have decided they just need a little break. They're just gonna take a step outside here. Now we come to our next tiebreaker, ENFJ versus ISTJ. I have more ENFJ viewers, so sorry ISTJs. I know that regardless of how I rank you, you're just gonna keep on working. All right, so the INFP and ISFP say that they just want to see what it's like up top. This is not a real ranking. This is just to make them stop. Now our last tiebreaker for the most toppest, powerfulest. I think the intuitive types have an advantage here because they're more forward thinking. It's not that the ESTJ isn't forward thinking, but they're much more concerned with like, how do we get things done right now? Intuitive types are thinking a few steps ahead. A lot of the viewers out there, you're INTJ, you're exerting a lot of influence over me, but my wife is ENTJ, so happy wife, happy life. Guys, I put you right here. That should make you happy. Please stop crying. Okay, you know what? Okay, I'll put you at the top. I'll put you as the most powerful. Are you happy now? Will you stop crying now? Oh, you will? Okay. All right, well, that'll get them to stop crying, so yay, ISFP and INFP are most powerful.
Strangers come to town.